Well, it turns out that Senator Manchin has something in common with Bernie Sanders. He believes there doesn't need to be any commission to re-examine Social Security as they go through this budget ceiling ridiculous stance. But he also thinks something else that, I tell you what, let's go ahead and play it, and then we'll take it on the other side.
You think that the White House should come to the table and talk to Republicans about some cuts in spending in exchange for raising the debt ceiling?
At the time, Vice President Joe Biden did exactly that.
But you just heard Dick Durbin, the number 2 Senate Democrat, saying times are different now and should be.
We just respectfully disagree. Okay. And the only thing about it is every American has to live within a budget. If they don't, they're in trouble financially. Every business that's successful has to live within a budget. Every state has to live within a budget. Shouldn't the federal government have some guardrails that say, hey guys, you're overreaching here and you're overspending? But then pick your priorities. That's all. The priorities is the security of our country, opportunities for people, and taking care of the most vulnerable, and making sure the people that have earned it through basically their Social Security and Medicare are protected. Then talk and look at the ways.
Well, let's talk about Social Security and Medicare. As part of these negotiations over the debt ceiling, you are suggesting a new committee to come up with ways to make Medicare and Social Security more financially stable. I want to be clear there. Are you talking about any cuts of benefits?
No cuts to anybody that's receiving their benefits, no adjustments to that. They've earned it. They've paid into it. Take that off the table, but everyone's using that as a leverage.
Receiving their benefits now or at...
You want to look at everything humanly
possible. Is it now
possible.
Or the future?
Well, you have to look at people that basically, where are they in their working age? What's going on here? But the bottom line is Social Security and Medicare basically is running out of cash because we stop at a certain level when people pay into FICA.
So you're open to cuts in benefits for future recipients?
I'm open to basically raising the easiest and quickest thing we can do is raise the cap. Everybody's, that's a tax.
Raise the age?
No. Forget the age.
Okay.
At 150, I think it's 154,000. You quit paying. So if you're getting a paycheck, now in West Virginia, in a state like mine, that the median income is much lower than that, they're paying 100% of the tax. In wealthier areas, they're paying a very small percentage of that tax.
Your colleague, Bernie Sanders, tweeted, the last thing we need is another commission to propose cuts to Social Security and Medicare.
I agree with him. Bernie and I agree on that. You don't need a committee to look at cuts, and that's what they're using and weaponizing it. Can't you look and find out in government where you can be more efficient, more basically prudent with the taxpayers' money, and quit wasting it, don't you think? And we all talk about waste, fraud, and abuse. That's an easy thing to do, but no one looks at it.
Wow, I can't believe that I agree with a part of what Manchin had to say. After all, he says, let's take the cap off of Social Security taxes. In other words, while you only pay Social Security taxes up to maybe we make $150,000 or so, what he wants is he's telling you, let's go ahead and zoom it up. Take it all the way to the top. Let everybody pay in that percentage of Social Security tax. And the wealthy people start paying. You know what? We could actually get a lot more services. And who knows, maybe even a little drop. Then you know what else is great? Some of it can go into Medicare for all or healthcare for all. Hey, if we have Manchin talking like that, you see, he realizes that 60% of the people in his state are living with necessary support from the government. So maybe he's sort of realizing he has to protect not only the oil men, not only the plutocracy, but the people in his own state, if he intends to be there for any longer time, that is. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.